A very good morning to all our Sports Today family members. We are gearing up for what promises to be a crucial, vital third test between India and England at Rajkot. It's a very important test because whoever wins that will get momentum for the remainder of the series. Already prior to the build-up, we have already seen that the squad raised some issues. Shreyas Iyer is out. We have also seen KL Rahul miss the third test because of injury. The NCA has apparently not given him the full fitness certificate. Unless he doesn't gain full fitness, he is in doubt even for the fourth test. One hopes that he can recover for the fourth test. But at this point in time, perhaps it may be safe to say the press conference is going to start in about 2-3 minutes time. Who's coming from the Indian side, we'll get to know. We'll be bringing you a live update of what happens in the press conference, who spoke about it, and what is the team mentality heading into the Rajkot test. But perhaps one thing can be assured with certainty. It's a toss-up between Kuldeep Yadav and Ravindra Jadeja at this point in time. Kuldeep Yadav, remember, in the press conference yesterday, he stated that yes, Jadeja is fit to play. Whose position then is in danger? Is it Akshar Patel's position or is it Kuldeep Yadav's position? Kuldeep, most of the time, because of his poor batting, unfortunately, out of the rest of the pack, he's a very solid bat. But unfortunately, what has happened, Kuldeep's performance with the bat makes him one of the prime players to sit out. But if you look at what happened in Vizag, it was Kuldeep who ensured that he created chances and England were under pressure. So, Kuldeep, is he going to play? He doesn't know. Ravindra Jadeja is going to play. Who goes out? Most likely it's Kuldeep Yadav. But perhaps with a certain bit of certainty we can say that two debutants might probably come in the Rajkot test tomorrow. Probably, we'll get a confirmation at the time of the toss. Sarfaraz Khan and Dhruv Jurel. Jurel has been practicing a lot in the nets in Rajkot, and also he recently just uploaded a video wherein he's feeling the nerves, he's feeling the vibes, the first team bus, the first practice in the India kit and all that. So is he indicating at a debut at Rajkot? Because KS Bharat has not done anything of note. But it is very, very certain with a high degree of probability that Sarfaraz Khan might make his test debut at Rajkot. With Shreyas Iyer injured, with KL Rahul not coming back in, Patidar is going to hold on to his spot. And along with Patidar, you're going to see Sarfaraz play as well. But if you include two debutants in Jurel and Sarfaraz, your middle order, your lower middle order is just having a combined test experience of about 30 odd, with Shubman Gill at number 3, then you've got Rajat Patidar, Sarfaraz Khan, and you have Dhruv Jurel. Combined experience of just one test. Is India going to risk that heading into the Rajkot match? They'll have to, because there's no other alternative. KL is out, Shreyas is out. Because of that, two of these debutants are really going to make a big mark. If that is the case, we'll come to know about the toss tomorrow, but we will also get to know about what is the team thinking on these lines when the press conference finally happens. Even England are expected to announce their playing 11. Maybe you will see two pacers in Rajkot. Perhaps it's a flat deck. It could be as sporting as it was in Vizag. Not playing 4 spinners, they may probably go in with just 2 pacers and 3 spinners with Root available. Hartley, Rehan Ahmed, and perhaps with Joe Root also there, you've also got other spinners who can match up also. Bashir might get a game. Hartley, Rehan, Bashir, Root, followed by Mark Wood or James Anderson. James Anderson was the star in Vizag. He may keep his place. It's a toss-up between Ollie Robinson and Mark Wood for that one spot. Is England going to go with 2 pacers? We'll get to know about it in just about 1-2 hours time. But from Rajkot, let us shift our attention to Seddon Park in Hamilton. What a turnaround by South Africa. They have managed to take a 31-run lead in the second test at Hamilton. Dane Peat taking 5 wickets and giving South Africa a 31-run lead heading into the stumps on day 2. 3 more days remain, and this is a golden opportunity for South Africa to get all the momentum. If they can get a lead of 250-300, then New Zealand's chances take a big hit. And if New Zealand lose to this particular South Africa team, it will deflate their morale unlike anything. Because not just that, every single team that has played in the World Test Championship until now will have a home defeat. And on top of that, New Zealand will not be able to win a series against South Africa. They have never won a bilateral series against them. Maybe Hamilton will once again reinforce that. So not good news when it comes to New Zealand at this point in time. At home, it's finally over. David Warner played his last international innings at home. He has already quit ODIs and tests. In T20Is, he played in the third and final T20 against the West Indies, 81 brilliant runs, and then he called it quits. Most likely after the World T20, David Warner is going to pursue a career as a freelance cricketer where he's only going to play the leagues. For Australia, his time is done. New Zealand and then the World T20. That's about it. 12,000 runs. He's overtaken Virat Kohli in T20Is thanks to this knock. But then there was a very strange incident that happened at Perth. There was cheers, but there were also boos. Lot of the fans were also booing David Warner. Why? For all his achievements, Warner is one of the best cricketers that Australia has produced in this decade, across formats. Perhaps as an opener, only Rohit Sharma can stand up. Rest of the others in all three formats, clutch player if you look at it, Warner and Rohit are on the same pedestal. It's unfortunate that at this time Warner is continuing to polarize opinion, especially in Western Australia. Does the Mitchell Johnson fiasco have to do anything with this? Because remember, Johnson is from Western Australia. And that's why Warner and Mitchell's fallout, perhaps they are not doing it well at Western Australia indeed. The India women's team continued to have an inconsistent run. After registering a win against the USA in Bhubaneswar, which ended that leg on a high, they have once again lost 2-1 to China in the Rourkela leg. If they continue this pattern, India might very well finish well at the bottom of the FIH Pro League. If that happens, they once again go into relegation, they go into the Nations Cup then. So India will be hoping that they can put up a better performance against the Netherlands and against Australia. With UWW lifting the suspension of the WFI, two conditions have emerged. One, Athletics Commission body has to reconvene and form a committee before July 1. And on top of that, there should be no discrimination of the selection. Selection of the athletes, the discrimination, as well as the Athletics Committee reconvening, these are the two major conditions set out by the WFI. That by the UWW on the WFI. What does the suspension mean, the lifting of the suspension? The Indian wrestlers can play under the Indian flag. They need not play under the neutral flag. So it's a big boost. Now we hope that the WFI can get their house in order and not have any ad hoc decisions which may damage their reputation, which has already taken a hit in the last 2 years. In the Chess 960 tournament, it was a masterclass exhibition by the GOAT, Magnus Carlsen. Gukesh, unfortunately, he could not manage to repeat his heroics in the other league stages when he had beaten both Carlsen and Ding Liren. But now, Gukesh will now have to fight for the 5th to 8th positions, and he's already made a bad start with him losing this first classical game to Vincent Keimer of Germany. With his loss, he'll have to win today in order to ensure that he can at least finish in the 5th, 6th position. But if he doesn't, he'll unfortunately end the Chess 960 in the 6th position. But Magnus Carlsen, what a brilliant exhibition he put up, not just against Ali Reza Firouzja, but also against Nadirbek Abdusattorov. Abdusattorov tried everything, but he just couldn't break Carlsen's resolve. And that's why Carlsen is ensuring that if he wins the Chess 960 tournament, he would have achieved total chess domination. Today, just a couple of hours ago, there was the FIDE torch handing by the the Indian Chess Association, the AICF. There was also Anurag Thakur, the Union Sports Minister, who was present, along with Vishwanathan Anand, Arkady Drogovic, and also women Grandmaster Judith Polgar. Anurag Thakur made a big statement that yes, India is ready to host the 2036 Olympics. They are bidding for it, they are going to bid for it in a big way, and they will be hoping that they can get the Olympics on Indian shores for the very first time ever. Vishwanathan Anand, on top of that, remember, Every single time an Olympiad will be held, the spiritual capital is India. The torch relay will always begin from here. So, the torch was handed over from the Indian Chess Federation to Arkady Drugovich, who then drove it around, and it's expected that the next Olympiad in Budapest is really going to be high up there. So, Anurag Thakur was in attendance at the Major Dhyan Chand Stadium. It was indeed a very, very special occasion where the torch was handed over and then the journey has begun for the 2026 Olympiad. Anurag Thakur's declaration that 2036 will be that period is really, really a testament to what India sports can do. So, we are awaiting the press conference. Let's see what happens from all of that. Let's hope that the right person has come and ensures that there's plenty of talking points heading into the India versus England test match. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live. And don't forget, we are on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Bye-bye.